What is going on, everyone? Talon back here with 5-9 Gaming, and today we are back with another of your fan-made cards. This time for the all-important, which everyone really seems to be just going crazy with their predictions and everything, which is awesome. I'll say that. It's definitely awesome. But we asked you guys over on Twitter and everything for your fan-made cards for the Part 2 LR that we are expecting on, I want to say about the 16th, give or take. That's when the next set of sales are supposed to go live. And so you would imagine that, okay, generally an hour after the sales for a normal celebration, and usually Part 2 stuff in terms of a big celebration is when we'll see the Part 2 LRs. We'll even maybe potentially see a reveal on maybe Monday, because that's the 15th. Japan time at least, and usually, you know, obviously this is the year 6 anniversary for the JP version of the game, so that does make some amount of sense. So anyway, we asked you guys though to go ahead and use the usual forms that we put on Twitter and everything. If you're not following us over on Twitter, social media links will be down in the description below. Make sure you check those all out, and without further ado, let's see what our guys over here at 5-9 Gaming have selected.
Hey guys, Alec Hunter back here with another one of your fan-made Dokkan cards. Today we're speculating about the Part 2 LR for the 6-year anniversary. This unit caught my eye because it's an exchange unit. Super Saiyan 2 Kaba into Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Super Saiyan 2 Kale. Physical type, always great. Super Fizz needs some love. Leader skill, Universe 6, Ki +3, 177% to all stats. Kind of think that this would have been cooler if we would have had 166%, but hey, the extra damage numbers will always be nice. Super attack effect as Kaba is 12 Ki, raises attack and high chance of sealing enemies super attack. 18 Ki, raises attack and high chance of stunning attacked enemies. Kaba's putting in some work here. You really want additionals there. The ability to stun and seal, I mean, high chance, 50% of both, I'd go for it. So after exchange, Kale and Caulifla have a 12 Ki of massively raises attack and defense for 6 turns. That's really good. I like that. And then 18 Ki massively raises attack and greatly lowers defense. Kind of wish it would have kept the raising the defense there, but that's just me. I really like defensive stackers. But greatly lowering defense is kind of really. Most of the bosses' damage reduction is just that, a flat damage reduction applied to them, so lowering defense doesn't really help. The passive skill as Kaba is defense plus 166%. See, there's that 66 I was looking for. And attack 130% at the start of turn. 50%, plus 50% attack and defense to the rapid growth category allies. High chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attack. Plus 40% attack after receiving 4 attacks, and perform up to 2 additional attacks that have a high chance to be super attacks. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, rainbow excluded, 2 rainbow key spheres. Wow, that's a whole unit right there. Rapid growth, that's interesting choice of a support. But once they exchange to Kale and Caulifla, they are attack and defense 150%, attack 15%, up to 90% at the start of each turn. Attack plus 20% per Universe 6 or Pure Saiyan's category ally on the team. When facing a Universe Survival Saga category enemy, reduce damage by 66%, and chance to perform a critical hit for all allies plus 10% up to 70% per Universal Survival Saga category ally on the team. We are like looking at 2 completely different units here, and I think that's amazing. It's one of the things I like the most about this particular style of exchange, because if you want to run focus on rapid growth, you keep yourself as Kaba. If you're running that Universe 6 and Pure Saiyan and you're facing that Universe Survival Saga, you want to switch it up to Kale and Caulifla. You get the benefit of that. It's an interesting way of making restrictions, 2 different restrictions, viable, because there's a lot of, crossover between rapid growth, Universe 6, Pure Saiyan. So it's an interesting design, and I really like it. Links are Legendary Power, Saiyan Pride, Super Saiyan, Courage, Warriors of Universe 6, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and then when they exchange, Courage will change into Battlefield Divas. Categories are Universe Survival Saga, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Universe 6, Bond of Master and Disciple, Super Saiyan 2, Rapid Growth, and Miraculous Awakening. The exchange mechanic is Kaba is knocked out and Kale and Caulifla take his place. Can be activated from the 5th turn when hit points are 30% or above. So that's an interesting take on the restriction there. I like it. It makes it more usable. You'll see it more often. You'll be able to have that choice depending on your team comp, whether you run Kaba or the girls. Now, I don't see the name of the person who submitted this one, but whoever you are, you did a fantastic job. I would spend money to pull this unit. All right, guys, you have a good night. Take it easy and keep sending these in. I really enjoy these.
Hey guys, Kensei here, and of course, what we're going to be doing is another fan-made card pick. And of course, this is going to be for part 2 of the LRs. And I do think it's going to be 17 and God Resurrection Topo. So hopefully that's going to be it. So let's go with the first one. I picked the very first one because I do love the very first one for the pick. So it's LR 17. Okay, of course. Tech. Okay, so he's going to replace the other Tech 17. Okay. Leader skill is Siblings Bond, category Key +4, HP attack and defense 130. Nice. Super attack type Key +4. Okay. HP attack and defense 100%. Okay, so they're going for that general leader skill for the new LRs. Super attack Key +12 is the high blitz power with the beautiful animations, so I definitely do think it's going to be really beautiful. Rises defense 1 turn, causes coastal damage, and lowers attack. That's really good for exchange for a battle road. And the quote is, good grief, there has to be a weakness. Okay. It's in super, the finishing blow. So I would assume that he's going to do that move where he's on his physical TUR Dokkan Fest one, but a bit more beautiful with the animation. So that's going to look nice. And this is a finishing blow, runs the attack for 1 turn, causes mega coastal damage, great lowers attack and defense. And the unique one is that rises allies attack and defense plus 10%. It's very nice. And the code is hold on until I can take care of him. Nice. I like that. That's really good. This is a really unique touch here. So nice. All right. The passive skill, pinning hope on a final barrier. Okay. Attack and defense 100% plus an additional attack and defense plus 17% when performing a super attack per rainbow key spear attained. That's really unique. I like that. So he gains a lot more attack and defense, plus 70% when getting these rainbow key spears. So this guy is going to be working well along with some units that I can't think of right now in my head right now, but he will be working really well with some units. And a great chance to seal the detected enemy. Switch to attack for 7 turns only once. That's really good, actually. That's really good. And of course, he randomly changes any key type spears except for tech to rainbow key spears. So this guy is supporting himself too as well. So that's really good. So if he did not support himself, this would have been okay. Like this would have been all right, very neat. But now that he's supporting himself for this, that's really good, and I like that. So that's really nice. And then when HP is 50 or more as the first attacker in a turn, reduces damage by 50%. Good. That's really good to me. When HP is 50 or less upon entering the attacking turn after the character has 2 or more universal summon category allies attacking in the same turn. Okay, that's really good. If the character or an ally receives an KO attack, revives. Okay, recovers of 70% of HP and all allies defense plus 77%. So this guy is taken from the TUR Dokkan Fest. So of course, whenever he's lower on HP, it does give him like 60% of defense. So that's really good. And of course, when he revives, they'll give him some defense. That's actually a really good unique revival skill. So that's really good. So remember the Goku and Vegeta in the Master Roshi. I think the Goku and Vegeta, they revive and just recovers HP. I don't know about the Master Roshi, but this one is a really good. So he's just giving defense to the next rotation. So I like that a lot. Links are going to be androids, also support, energy, infinite energy, shocking speed, tornado power, face metal, and of course, illusionary power. Categories are going to be siblings, bond, androids, universe 7, USSS, worthy rivals, final trump card, all out struggle, power of a rival, and battle of wits. And of course, the revival is going to be the barrier of hope. So I do like that. The only thing that I would love to see from this card, I mean, this is like here's perfect, but remember, they do, the Goku and Vegeta do have a after skill, so I do see them having an after skill slash and also a revival mechanic as well. So that's really nice. So I definitely can see an after skill coming through, or it can be just a revival in a unit super attack. So that can, or actually, to be honest, I can definitely see the 17 becoming the very first card to have the revival mechanic, the unit super attack, and the after skill. That will make him really good and really technical and optimal in your team. So I can definitely see that happening. So that'll be good for me. So yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully, 17 is going to be the other LR, and of course, I do hope the other one is going to be the God Topo. So, all right, guys, that is all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
What is going on, my dudes? Tyster here, reading the 6-year Part 2 LR fan-made submissions, and my choice for this one is actually going to be a little bit of a controversial one because I know a lot of people actually don't want to see this happen, but I have to give it to this. Ribrianne, Rosie, and Kakunza joined forces LR. Typing int. I'm not a big fan of the int typing, so I would probably switch it to maybe either AGL or even physical. Physical over AGL just because physical could use a little bit better than the AGL. Now we got Pepigell's category key +4 and HP attack and defense plus 150%, and super int type key +4 and HP attack and defense plus 100%. Now, you could argue that you could put Peppy Gal's category key +4 and HP attack and defense plus 130% due to the fact that, you know, the int Ribrianne is only 120%, and most LRs that come out in these celebrations are usually 130% leaders. But I would like to say the 150% because 1, it is the 6-year anniversary, and 2, 150% lead for Peppy Gals would be a must summon for a lot of people. I am a big proprietor of Peppy Gals getting a better leader skill. So let's check out the super attacks. 12 key is causes colossal damage to enemy, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and recovers 12 HP. I would say a good roundabout, if you're going to go with raises attack and defense, would probably be maybe 20% at most. Probably an average of maybe 15%, if anything. But, you know, that's not too bad. So, 18 key causes mega colossal damage to enemy, lowers attack, and has a great chance of stunning the enemy. Now, great chance, I believe, if I remember correctly, is a 50% chance, which is not bad. Not bad for an 18 key. Lowers attack, I would say you could put that, since 18 keys supposed to be harder, you could have that as even like 25%, maybe 30%. But this would be a good leader skill. I don't really think I would change any of that. The recovers 12 HP for the 12 key is really good, and it would really like give a little bit of diversity to this card. You wouldn't just be going, oh well, let me just get the 18 key and cause as much damage as possible. I would say lowering attack is good, obviously. No complaints there. Let's get to the passive skill. Attack and defense plus 80% at the start of turn. So I'm gonna break this down into the commas because obviously I want to break it down per thing. 80% is a very good build right off the bat. I would definitely say that's good. Usually on average you're seeing about the hundreds and the 120s. This is not bad for Peppy Gals, especially since they got that 150% from the leader skill off the bat. So that's good. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% up to 80% per Peppy Gals category ally on the team. Now, that's really, really good for Peppy Gals, and I would say, if anything, you could tone that down to 10% up to 40%. And the reason being is that while you have that 150% leader skill, I would say that you kind of dumb down a little bit on the passive stat boost. Now, if you want to go strictly overpowered, heck yeah, let's give them 160% by the end of the turn. Fantastic. But I would say, if anything, an 80% and then 10% per Peppy Gal's category ally would be more than enough. Then you got plus an additional attack, plus 20% up to 60% with each attack received in the turn. Now, the only thing that I would change about this, well, 2 things. I would change it to defense and I would change it to plus 10% defense with each attack received. And I would bump that up to, say, no, 60% I think is actually really good, because you could take up to six attacks with this card. I think that would definitely be the best course of action, just because you want to make. I like defense more than attack. All allies, E+2, and attack defense was 20%, and attacks super effective against all types when there is another Peppy Gals ally attacking in the same turn. Now, this is really like stacking on as much attack and defense as possible. So I would say that's good. That's an extra one. I could see that staying there, but I would definitely like to see those adjustments to the attack and defense plus 10% up to 40%, and then the defense plus 10%. So then that way it's not overly crazy. Because think about it, if you run this character with Peppy Gals, you're getting the 150% at the start. You're getting 80% right off the bat. Then you're getting, like, let's say we take this right here. Let's take attack, for example. You're getting up to 80% for sure, because you're gonna have a Peppy Gals team. So that's already 160%, plus an additional attack plus 20% with each attack received. So that's up to 3 attacks, which is very easily doable in most events. So that's another 60%. Let's tack that on. Let's say Super Battle Road, you're getting hit 3 times. That's 220%, and I know that this is calculated after each thing. So this is 60%. Or 20% after each attack. So, receive all allies key +2 and attack and defense plus 20%. You're getting another 20% on top of that, and attack super effective against all types when there's another Peppy Gals ally attacking in the same turn. So, already this card would be absolutely busted. And then of course recovers 2 HP at the end of every turn. You don't even need the recovers 2 HP. I don't think that's even needed. I would take that out. But I will say, if we dumb down the attack defense plus 20% and make it a 10%, and dumb down the attack into 10% and make it even, defense, you could keep it attack, but dumb down to defense, and that'd be great. Links, Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Tournament of Power, Shattering the Limit, Legendary Power, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye. I think those are good links. That makes sense. Categories: Peppy Gals, Universal Survival Saga, Transformation Boost, Special Pose, and Space Traveling Warriors. Again, those categories make sense to me. I have no judgments again. Active skill conditions. So this will come with an active skill from this fan-made card. Can be used when HP falls below 50%. So that's at any time your HP falls under 50%. Active skill effect: Ki plus 24, allies attack plus 20%. Like the Burger King Goku and the B Panda active, and stuns all enemies for 1 turn. That's not a bad active skill. Honestly, I could see this, and I want you guys to hear me out on this. With this card, instead of an active skill, or we could even have the active skill, you could put a revival skill. Say, put it as Kakunza and Rosie get knocked out, and then Ribrianne, starts questioning about, love, and then gets cheered on. Revival mechanic right there. Boom. Super Ribrianne comes out, transformation, bingo, like that. I would say that would be a fantastic end to this card. But other than that, it's a really good card in general. If we were to add that mechanic, the revival mechanic, you could even put Last Resort as a category for the transformation. So, or not Last Resort, but category Last Resort. Yeah, you could do that as well. So, good submission. Love it. Big proprietor of Peppy Gals, and hopefully we see something like this in the future. So, this is Taichi Setsu. Thank you for the submission.
Hey guys, Mazeline here, and this is my pick for the Part 2 LR for the top legendary summon banner. I really want it to be a new Android 17, so I went with one of those, and I think this one is very good and very well designed. So the typing is tech. I don't think his typing really matters all that much. Obviously, he doesn't need to be super STR or super AGL, so super tech definitely could use some extra help, so that's fine. His leader skill, final trump card, key 4, attack and defense 130%, or super tech types 4 key and 100%. Pretty standard template for what we've been seeing for summonable LRs. Final trump card. I mean, the only 2 main leaders it has already are both summonable LRs. But, you know, Android category doesn't need a new leader. We've got like 3 at least. Same with Reps of Universe 7. So I think that's perfectly fine. Not a lot of people use these new summonable LRs as leaders anyway, because you want to put them on a team that has like a 170 lead. So I think that's fine. And then his super attack. So the 12 key, colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Obviously lowering attack, very useful in modes like Super Battle Road. This 12 key super is essentially the super attack that the physical MVP 17 has, except it does colossal damage. And then the 18 key super, mega colossal damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense of a high chance for effective against all types. So I actually really like that as a super attack effect. Because obviously we've seen units like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta after the 8 turns, when his guaranteed effectiveness runs out, that he has a chance to be effective against all types for the turn. But that's at the start of the turn, that's triggered, and then if it goes off, all attacks, including normal attacks, will be super effective. Whereas this is only a factor of the 18 key super. So I quite like that. It gives you a little bit of an extra bonus to go for, especially if he's going to be tech, like if you're fighting an int enemy. You could deliberately go for the 18 key super to try and get that chance to do a whole bunch of extra damage, because you don't need to worry about critting and you can bypass the type disadvantage. So I really like that. And then the passive skill, attack and defense 130%. Very solid. Changes STR key spheres to rainbow key spheres. So this is really good. I don't know if this was a deliberate design because of this reason. I'd feel like it is, because seems like a really solid design card overall. But representatives of Universe 7 could definitely do with a rainbow orb changer because of the LR Blue Boys. So I think that's a really good feature for him to have, because he's a unit I feel like you could quite easily run him in the 3rd slot and he'd still be really good. Then he gets an additional key +1, attack 7%, and damage received -7% per Reps of Universe 7 ally on the team. So on a full Reps of Universe 7 team, that would be 7, including the friend, right? So you're getting what? 49% extra attack and 49% damage reduction. That's really good. And then 7 extra key. So on a normal 3 key lead team, I guess, you're going to be starting off at, what, 13 key without links? So it still leaves you in a position where you could get the 12 key super if you wanted to, so that's fine. And then this secondary part I really like. Key +3, high chance to stun the attacked enemy and attacked enemies attack -30% when HP is 50% or less, or if the character is the only Reps of Universe 7 category ally on the team. So I really like that, because obviously with this first part of his passive, if he's the only member of the team, he's going to be getting 7% attack and 7% damage reduction and 1 key, which, you know, it's okay. So this is much more of a buff for, say, if you wanted to run him on the androids team, or if you wanted to run a final trump card team with him as the leader, but you didn't want to bring a bunch of other Reps of Universe 7. So I think this secondary part is a really good thing to follow up the first part of his passive, because it means he's really good on other teams as well. So I quite like that. Plus, of course, the high chance to stun and an extra -30% attack. So if he's the only Reps of Universe 7 ally on the team and you go for the 12 key super, you've got like double layers of attack lowering. So something like that for Super Battle Road would be very, very good. Links, solid support, infinite energy, shocking speed, Android Assault, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I'm pretty sure this is standard, like, very similar links to the MVP 17, if not the same links apart from Legendary Power. So that makes sense to me. Categories: Androids, Universe Survival Saga, Reps of Universe 7, Siblings Bond, Worthy Rivals, Final Trump Card, Battle of Wits, and Connected Hopes. I believe that's the same categories as well as the physical ones, so that's fine. And then Partner, Super Exchange, or Revival mechanic. So he has a unit super attack, which is mega colossal to damage to the enemy. Attacks become effective against all types and greatly lowers attack and defense. So the conditions, it's okay, so it replaces the 18 key super. So when you get the partner super, you don't have a chance to be effective against all types. It just is effective against all types. That's good. And then it re-features in the lowering attack from the 12 key super while still keeping the reducing defense that the non-partner 18 key super has. So actually, I think that's really well thought out as well. And then the condition is if there is a representatives of Universe 7 category ally with Goku or Frieza Angel in the name attacking in the same turn. I think this is actually perfect. Like, honestly, I think I talked about it on a stream, but like the prediction that I would make for a 17 is something very, very similar to this. like the way this is worded is exactly how I would put it to be. A Reps of Universe 7 ally with Goku or Frieza in the name, because then you've got LR Goku and Frieza, or any Goku or Frieza from that category will all trigger this condition. So I think that that is really, really good. So I'm really impressed with this one. I think this is a really great submission. If this was the actual 17 card for the banner, I would go ham for him because he'd be great. So I really, really like this one. So yeah, well done on the design.
Alrighty, so there we go, everyone. We have officially gone over our best picks, or which ones we thought were the best in terms of all the responses for the Part 2 LR in terms of fan-made cards. Again, if you're not following us over on social media, links down in the description below. And if you want to make sure that you can maybe get into the next one, keep an eye out on Twitter, keep an eye out on our community tab on our YouTube page, all that fun stuff, because again, that's where we post everything. So make sure you've got notifications turned on and hit that little bell just as a little side extra. So anyway, what did you guys think about our selections though? Did you like the cards that were selected? Do you think yours is better? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments about what your particular card was if it was not picked, or if you did not have time to submit your own custom card, how would you potentially make a card? Or maybe taking the card, you like the card idea in terms of potentially who the name was and everything, but how would you change it if so? And if you happen to be seeing this after the official card has been revealed, how do you compare it to the fan-made cards and the official card that has been released? Because again, we should be expecting 1 to 2 cards, but again, we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this little video though. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you like the video. As always, it helps us with the whole algorithm thing and everything like that. And until next time, everyone, I've been Talon with 59 Gaming. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.